But the big story that we are breaking this evening, the results of the India Today Axis poll for the MCD elections in Delhi to the Metropolitan Council of Delhi that will decide who controls the municipality of Delhi over the next 5 years. Voting has taken place today, and this is what the India Today Axis My India poll is saying. It suggests that the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party are looking at a massive rout. As per these results, a clean sweep is predicted for the BJP. It seems that Modi magic is working for the BJP even in the Delhi civic body polls. Despite the allegations of corruption in the BJP-ruled MCD, the exit poll predicts BJP is going to win 202 to 220 seats in the 272-member body. The Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress are going to be between 20 to 35 seats. Barely have the exit poll results been announced, the BJP now is demanding the resignation of Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, claiming that the MCD verdict will be a referendum on the Aam Aadmi Party poll. Let me just break down those numbers for you. Remember, there are 3 regions in Delhi: North Delhi, East Delhi and South Delhi. And if you look at your screen, in all these 3 regions, as per the India Today Axis poll, the BJP is poised for a massive 3/4 victory. 3/4 victory indeed. We'll have lots of information for you about the scale that we believe that the BJP will win. But look at it. Overall, we are saying the Aam Aadmi Party getting about 24% of the vote, the BJP 43% of the vote, and the Congress 23%. So the two parties, the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, really cutting into each other. The BJP well ahead, others 10%. How is this translating now into seats? The overall seats now, as we are predicting in the MCD. In the 272-member body, this is what our exit poll is predicting. 23 to 35 for the Aam Aadmi Party, the same party that swept to power in Delhi in 2015, now heading for disaster. The BJP 202 to 220 is what we are predicting. So it is a massive 3/4 victory. The Congress just 19 to 31, marginal recovery, but certainly well behind compared to the BJP. And marginal, I say, only in the context of it being destroyed in 2015 in the assembly polls. Okay, let's try and get some reactions to those first numbers. Javed Ansari, our executive editor, is with us. Ankit Tyagi, our senior editor who tracks the Delhi elections for us, is also with me. And joining me is Sambit Patra, who has reason to smile right at the very top tonight, as well as Sharmishta Mukherjee of the Congress. But you, Sambit Patra, first. I presume you are going to say that for once the exit polls are spot on. Am I correct? That's why I see a hint of a smile on your face. I see that you're almost assuming that you will win come the 26th, given these huge numbers that you're getting.
Rajdeep, with due respect, the smile should be smile of humility and it should never be smile of arrogance. I believe the lessons that everyone needs to learn is as we grow up the ladder, as we climb up the ladder of success, we should never be arrogant, and this is the lesson that we all need to learn from Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Today, the exit polls predict the exit of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal from national politics and in Delhi politics as well. Remember the 3 A's which are responsible for Mr. Arvind Kejriwal's defeat. A1 is arrogance, A2 is accuses and abuses, and A3 is his over-ambition to become something overnight. It was his ambition which was more important than the aspirations of people. And these 3 A's which Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has shown has gone down quite badly with the people of Delhi. And the last nail was when Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, out of frustration, was cursing the people of Delhi कि अगर आपके बच्चों को डेंगू हो जाए तो मुझे मत कहना, आप जिम्मेदार हैं. Which parents would even like to listen to such kind of words? Mr. Kejriwal today in fact should introspect. What kind of words were you using?
I hope to be joined by the Aam Aadmi Party on the introspection that you're calling. I'll come also to where the BJP may even now need to introspect. But Sharmishta Mukherjee, the Congress is beyond introspection. You're in ICU, and if these results are true, then it means you're still in intensive care. That you still are a party which is in a desperately poor third place, battling for second with the Aam Aadmi Party, well behind Narendra Modi. Would you concede, if these results are right, that the Congress is still in ICU?
only if these results are right, but they are not going to be right. Rajdeep, I would like to remind you, last year in May 2016, there were by-poll, corporation by-poll in 13 wards. And that time also these kind of predictions were made कि कांग्रेस को अगर एक भी आ जाए तो बहुत बढ़िया है. Out of those 13, we won 5, AAP won 5, and BJP got only 3. And let me also remind you that those 13 wards were traditionally anti-Congress. Congress never won from those 13 wards. In the Rajouri Garden election, by-election now, of course we did not win, but our vote share had gone up from 9% to 34%. In the last year it was from 9% to 30%, and now we are 30% to 34%.
So you will only concede that you are in ICU if these numbers are proven right on 26. Till then, you are still clutching at straws, and you have every right to do so because an exit poll.
If these numbers are proven, then
yes, if these numbers are proven, then you will admit that you are in ICU.
If these numbers are right, then definitely we need to be worried. We will definitely be worried. That will be a matter of worry, because we had been slowly and steadily, as indicated by last year polls, and also by the Rajouri Garden by election.
Yes.
It has been proved, it has been indicated. I am not just saying it out of the blue, that we are massively gaining ground. So
ma'am, I don't know where, ma'am, with due regard, I request the Congress party to stop living in denial. Where the massive recovery, I don't know where you use this word massive. Presumably, as per our poll, there is no such recovery, but it's an exit poll, it's not the final number. Just a minute, Ankit, just a minute, ma'am.
That's a very good recovery.
Okay, it's a very good recovery if you come from 10 seats to 20 out of 272. I don't know what to say anymore, ma'am, to the Congress party. But Ankit Tyagi, you've been tracking this election. The sense that you are getting, Mr. Kejriwal has already come out and said that the EVMs are responsible for any defeat. Is the Aam Aadmi Party, and I hope to be joined by the representative, already conceding defeat?
In a way, yes, but Rajdeep, let me also tell you, this is something that the Aam Aadmi Party actually believes in. They do believe that. I was speaking to a senior Aam Aadmi Party leader in the afternoon, and he said the report that we are getting from the ground are contrary to what your exit poll is saying. So they already have made up their mind that this is exactly what they are going to go with. After Punjab defeat, they went with the same thing, and even now they are going to go with the same thing. Now, the question also then would be that did the Aam Aadmi Party did not make any mistake? Were they too much worried about BJP? Because the main factor for the Aam Aadmi Party was whether they would be able to save their vote share to go back to the Congress. Remember, in 2015, that's the vote share that they got for themselves. Now, it seems that the Congress is taking back about 15 to 20% of that vote share, and that is exactly what is being seen in the exit poll as well.
So the Aam Aadmi vote, which was about 53-54% in 2015, is now down to about 24%. That's a whopping 30% decline. The Congress is up from about 12% to about 24%. So the Congress is doubling its vote, but clearly still well behind the BJP at 43%. Do you get a sense somewhere, Javed Ansari, that the Narendra Modi magic is intact? We saw what happened in Uttar Pradesh, and maybe we are seeing part of that reflection in Delhi, especially because UP is a neighboring state, large number of Purvanchali voters. That juggernaut effect of Mr. Modi could well be spreading if these numbers are right.
Without an element of doubt, the fact is that the BJP is piggyback riding on Mr. Modi, and he's delivered. And look at the success. An MCD poll has now been converted into a referendum on Mr. Narendra Modi, rather than it being a referendum or being fought on the agenda that is set by the incumbent in Delhi, the city government, Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi. Mr. Modi continues to set the agenda. The MCD, by all accounts, is the most corrupt and inefficient local governing body in the country. Yet, nobody is talking about it. All they are talking about is how Mr. Modi will also deliver for people of Delhi as far as roads, sanitation, bijli and sadak pani.
It's very interesting because I have voted today Sambit Patra, and frankly, many people, I knew who my councillor were, but most people I asked were not even aware of who the BJP councillor who was contesting from my area was. You have replaced all sitting councillors, a risky but unprecedented step. Almost an admission that your councillors had failed Delhi for 10 years. Would I be right in saying that you have even converted a municipal election into, in a sense, a presidential style election? Vote for Mr. Modi. All your posters had Modi, Amit Shah and Manoj Tiwari. No mention anywhere of who the councillors are. That doesn't matter. Vote for Modi and you will win the election. That's the BJP strategy for Delhi.
Rajdeep, you have to know one thing, and I'm sure you would be following this, that the people of this country, that is the voters, are extremely intelligent. No one can dupe the voters of this country. And secondly, it is not our fault that we have an asset like Mr. Narendra Modi, an asset like Mr. Amit Shah. Surely there are our assets, there are our mascots in every step. See, it is a story between the performing assets of Bharatiya Janata Party versus the non-performing assets of the other political parties. So it is not our fault that we have assets. It is the fault of other political parties that they have non-performing assets. Number three, as far as the performance of Bharatiya Janata Party councillors in the yesteryears were concerned, well, there may be a number of issues on which we need to improve, because that is what the evolving nature of democracy is. But because of the intelligence of the people, if they are voting for us yet again, that means they have, with all their due respect to the electoral process, selected us.
No, is there an admission, Sambit ji, is there an admission that your councillors were useless? And I'm using the word very reserved, very carefully. When you replace all your councillors, it's an acceptance that there is strong anti-incumbency against them. I will put up the issues that people are most concerned of in Delhi. There are issues of sanitation, there are issues of healthcare, chikungunya, dengue spreading across every year in the city. There are issues of the quality of traffic, infrastructure. Now you handled the MCD for 10 years and you changed all of them. So in a sense, was there an admission that you couldn't rely on the faces of your councillors or your record of your councillors to win the election? You relied on one person whom people trust, which is Narendra Modi.
So number one, what the opponents may be calling as admission of guilt, I would call it as a winning strategy. Remember, when the Uttar Pradesh elections were being fought, the question oft asked the Bharatiya Janata Party spokespersons were, why no tickets have been given to particular community? Why no tickets have been given to this caste? And the answer that we always gave was, this is our strategy. Victory and winning is the most important issue as far as elections are concerned. So similarly, drawing in the same lines, whom we have given tickets, whom we have replaced, is the strategy that Bharatiya Janata Party could in fact work out, and the people accepted the strategy. The irony is, our opponents did not have a strategy of victory. So in politics, if you do not have the hunger, the hard work and the strategy for victory, you lose, and that's what is happening in the opposition camp today.
I just want to inform our viewers, I'm just being told by my producer, and the Aam Aadmi Party is free to correct me on this, that their representative who was supposed to come on the show, Ashish Khaitan, has backed out. I am not aware why the Aam Aadmi Party should back out of the show. Why is the Aam Aadmi Party not willing to face the results of an exit poll? This is not the final poll. We would like to hear from the Aam Aadmi Party why they are taking this stand at the moment. So we hope that the Aam Aadmi Party will join us in a moment. Yes, Mr. Patra, you want to use this opportunity to have another dig at the Aam Aadmi Party, is it?
Just 10 seconds.
Let's be honest, Arvind Kejriwal gets under your skin. Even if he is losing today, he gets under your skin. Somewhere he is the one leader who has got under the skin of Narendra Modi, which is why this became a personal battle for Amit Shah and Narendra Modi, and even for you, Sambit Patra. You said on a Hindi program that you believe that AAP is finished.
I even said no, because probably you did not have the floor audio then, because I could see that you were asking the producers for the floor audio. I said that in the beginning of the question that you had asked. I said that this exit poll is exit Mr. Arvind Kejriwal from the political scenario of the country today. I repeat that yet again. But the question of yours was, when you asked about Ashish Khaitan not turning up for the exit poll, remember, there was a time, and my good friend Sharmishta ji is here, whom I respect a great deal, there was a time during the 2014 election that the Congress refused to take part in the exit polls, because the exit polls showed the Congress in poor light, because most of the victories of Bharatiya Janata Party, the Congress said that we do not want to participate in any debates and discussions which show exit poll. So today, in fact, the Aam Aadmi Party has come to that penultimate step before exiting, where the Congress was standing in 2014. So this is what is the progression of Aam Aadmi Party. They entered with a bang, they are going to exit with a bang.
You seem to have written the obituary of the Aam Aadmi Party. You are welcome to write that obituary. You have every right if you are on this winning streak at the moment. Sharmishta Mukherjee, a quick response from you. Is the Aam Aadmi Party, according to you, also on its way out? Or do you still believe that the Aam Aadmi Party is a threat, not just to politics in Delhi, but beyond? Because you and the Aam Aadmi Party are targeting that same vote, an anti-BJP, anti-Narendra Modi vote in a way. Sharmishta ji?
Rajdeep, one thing is winning one election, and what an election they have won. But after that, the Aam Aadmi government completely failed to deliver, and that was reflected not just in Delhi, not in any Delhi exit poll, not just in Rajouri Garden, but also in Punjab and Goa, but because after all we live in a small world and the information travels. So as far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, for a change, I would agree with Mr. Sambit Patra that probably this is the beginning of the end and probably this is the end. But as far as exit polls are concerned, Mr. Sambit Patra made an interesting observation that in 2014, Congress refused to participate in debates about exit polls. I am not really aware of the factuality of it. But if that is so, and today Congress is taking part in exit poll, despite the exit poll showing Congress in a very poor light, that itself shows that, you can't write a party like Congress off. And the very fact
it shows that
we
the Congress has matured.
That these exit poll is
it
not
shows that the Congress has matured a bit.
At the ground level, we are very, very confident, and let's just wait for another day.
Okay, we'll wait for another day. But there's a point that Sambit Patra, ma'am, just a minute. There's a point that both Sharmishta and Sambit Patra made about the Aam Aadmi Party, the politics of negativism. The politics, in a sense, they were elected with 67 out of 70 seats, overwhelming mandate to provide a Delhi model of governance. Somewhere the Aam Aadmi Party got into a confrontation with Narendra Modi's government, with the Lieutenant Governor's office, and there was a sense that it was breeding a politics of negativism. Is there a sense, did you sense as you covered the Aam Aadmi Party, any introspection about this kind of combative style of politics, or are they insistent that it is because of the EVMs they are losing, the people are still with them?
No, Rajiv, I would still say that there has not been any course correction as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. They have been talking about, and actually, to surprise of many, they do believe that it is only because of the EVMs that they are losing the election. But apart from that, it also this time reflects on the failure of the Aam Aadmi Party to set the agenda, to set the narrative. They were very good at doing it in 2013 and 2015, where they were always, setting the agenda, and the BJP and the Congress were always left trying to defend it. This time the BJP did an Aam Aadmi Party on Arvind Kejriwal. They were setting the agenda. Arvind Kejriwal could not bring it to the local issues, and that is why he also made a referendum on himself. All the posters of the Aam Aadmi Party, like BJP, had Narendra Modi. It had only Arvind Kejriwal. So as it was a referendum on Prime Minister Modi, it possibly is also a referendum on Arvind Kejriwal as well.
And maybe in the process they made the mistake, because then people thought that if there are problems of Delhi, whether there's sanitation, whether there are other critical pollution, all these issues are linked to the government of the Delhi government headed by Arvind Kejriwal, and not necessarily the MCD which is headed by the BJP. Do you believe that Arvind Kejriwal's style of politics, Javed Ansari, will have to change? He's going to have to build a Delhi model of governance, provide some more positive values as to what he represents, if he is to become a real factor in national politics. Should we be writing his obituary, as Sambit Patra says?
We should certainly resist the temptation, because there is no last day in the calendar of politicians. It does not take away from the fact that the Aam Aadmi Party needs to do a lot of homework. It needs course correction. The Aam Aadmi Party needs to identify what it stands for. Right now, they just stand for opposing Narendra Modi. That, in the eyes of many people, is not enough. You need to have an alternative narrative, and that is not forthcoming either from Aam Aadmi Party or, for that matter, even from the Congress Party.
Interesting. I just have a couple of more minutes on the show. So, Sambit Patra, tell me, are we going to see, though, if the BJP wins with this election, is this now the formula for every election in the country? Pitch the election as Narendra Modi. The posters in every election in this country will now be about the BJP represented by Narendra Modi. Forget who your MLA is, forget who your MP is, forget who your councillor is. Trust in Narendra Modi. Is that the strategy, the word you used, for the BJP for the future?
No, I would always say that idea is bigger than a person, and today Mr. Narendra Modi has become an idea of new India, as recently we have been speaking about. So naturally the vision that Mr. Narendra Modi envisages is the vision which even every Indian wants to be taken up to. wants to look up to, and that's the reason as to why we are victorious in most of the election. Most of the other political parties, with due respect I would like to state, lack such a statesman as the leader, and that's the reason as to why even their own karyakartas, their own workers, leave aside the voters, they do not know whom to look up to. So I'm thankful that in a party like Bharatiya Janata Party, we have two such important leaders, one as the party president, another as the Prime Minister, who are guiding beacons.
Therefore,
and the second issue is that every political party should remember.
Therefore, if you win, Mr. Patra, if the BJP wins this MCD election and for the next 5 years, if there are problems in the city that persist, can I blame Narendra Modi and his government, or should I blame my local councillor? Who do I blame? Councillors have made crores of money. They are corrupt and they have made crores of money. You know that and I know that.
Rajdeep, don't take it otherwise. This is in a jovial mood.
Yes.
Whom do you blame anyways for anything and everything wrong in this country? You always blame Mr. Narendra Modi.
No.
So to ask that who is to be blamed is a question. No, it's in a jovial mood. Don't take it otherwise, please. I mean, the ones who want to blame, they always blame Mr. Modi for whatsoever happens in this country. Leave aside this country. If whatever is happening in Syria also, they will blame Mr. Narendra Modi. So if those who want to blame, I cannot. But I can assure the people of Delhi who are watching the famous channel of India Today that yes, if we win as predicted by the exit polls, we will work very hard to see to it that your aspirations are kept over our ambitions. And that is where Mr. Arvind Kejriwal faltered. He faltered because he kept his ambitions above the aspirations of millions of people. He was arrogant and he abused and accused. So we have to get above these three A's. We should not be arrogant, we should not only abuse and accuse, and we have to keep a control over our ambitions, because aspirations of people are far more important than our personal.
Since you are in the mood for A's, let me give you another A. It's called accountability. I hope you will hold councillors, if you win by such a big margin, accountable for their performance in the future. But Ankit Tyagi, you wanted to make a point. Your name also starts with A. Go ahead.
Yes, because what changes for the last 2 years of Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi, the councillor was still BJP and the Prime Minister was still Narendra Modi. Even if they win this time, whatever they could not do in 2 years, can they assure now the government, the people of Delhi, that things would change? Arvind Kejriwal is going to stay here for at least next 3 years. So does anything change for Delhi and for the people, BJP coming back with a massive victory, Rajdeep? That will be the question that we will have to see.
Well, we'll have to wait and see whether an election for the Delhi municipality actually changes the face of the capital when it comes to basic civic amenities. That's the critical question that still needs to be answered by whoever comes to power. For now, it appears that, as we saw in Uttar Pradesh in particular, Narendra Modi and the BJP's juggernaut is simply rolling all. That's what is the big finding of the India Today My Axis poll. Remember, all the poll data, all the big results will be there from 8 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday the 26th. For now, from all of us here, thank you very much for joining us. And to the Aam Aadmi Party, I'm sorry that you chose not to appear on an exit poll program. Maybe life is about the ups and the downs of politics, and you should learn to accept both with good grace. Let me leave it there. Good night. Goodbye.